Hello and welcome back, dear students of class 11. In my previous video, I explained to you the poem The Laburnum Top line-wise. In today's video, we are going to discuss the textual question answers about the poem. First, we'll discuss the questions under Find Out. What laburnum is called in your language? Children, laburnum is a short tree with hanging branches, yellow flowers, and poisonous seeds. What is the tree called in your language? In Hindi language, it is called Amaltas ka ped. Okay? The next question is, which local bird is like the goldfinch? Children, I told you that goldfinch is a small singing bird with yellow feathers on its wings. In Hindi, we call it Son Chidiya. Fine. Now we move on to the questions under the heading Think It Out. The first question here is, what do you notice about the beginning and the ending of the poem? So, children, the beginning and the ending of the poem is similar. In the beginning of the poem, the laburnum tree is described as silent and still and without any activity. But when the goldfinch comes on the tree, the young ones of the goldfinch start making chirping and twittering sounds. They flap their wings and fly from one branch to another, and the tree comes alive. The tree seems to be trembling with joy and thrill. But after the departure of the bird, the tree once again subsides to its emptiness and silence. Therefore, the beginning and the end of the poem is similar. The next question is, to what is the bird's movement compared and what is the basis for the comparison? The bird's movement is compared to a lizard. The poet has used a simile, and what is the basis for this comparison? Both are very quick and swift and abrupt in their movements. The lizard's movement is quick and smooth and abrupt, and we see when the goldfinch arrives on the tree, the bird is also very smooth and abrupt and swift in its movements, and both are very alert and cautious. So the poet has compared the bird's movement to that of a lizard. Why is the image of the engine evoked by the poet? Children, Goldfinch here has been called the engine of her family. The poet has used a metaphor here. You know, children, the engine is the most important part of a machine and it helps in making the machine work. Here we see in the poem the mother bird goldfinch when it arrives on the tree. The young ones they start making chittering and trilling sounds and they flap their wings as if somebody has started a machine. There is a lot of commotion and liveliness and happiness. So the mother bird is called the engine. Similarly, we stoke the engine with fuel. Here the mother bird feeds the young one. She gives them energy and food. And here the bird is called the engine to show her importance for the family. Okay? Now we move on to the next question. What do you like the most about the poem? Now, this, children, is your personal choice. What do you like the most about the poem? The language of the poem, the beautiful description of the scene, or the figures of a speech, the figurative language used by the poet. But if you ask me, I like the lines where the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup to the trees and takes the entire scene by startlement. The young ones, they make happy sounds and trillings and chitterings, and there is a tremor of wings, and the atmosphere and the tree comes alive. The description is so picturesque and beautiful, so to me that was the best part of the poem. What does the phrase "her barred face identity mask" mean? The phrase "her barred face identity mask", I told you, here it is used as a transferred epithet. The bird, after feeding the young ones, flirts out and sits at the end of the branch, where the yellow body of the bird camouflages with the yellow leaves of the tree, and only its face is visible, but the shadow of the yellow leaves is falling on the face of the bird, and it seems like the bird is wearing a mask. So that quality of the leaves is transferred to the bird's face. Her face is her identity, but at the same time, it appears as if the mask is hiding her identity. The shadow of the leaves appears like bars or stripes on its face, and it appears as if the bird is wearing a mask. So, her barred face identity mask. I hope, children, the answers are clear to you. Thank you.